everyone. I'm so glad to be here today. And quick question. Who knows what was important on January 9th, 2007? Nope, I don't hear an answer. I'll give you the answer. That was the day Steve Jobs introduced the first iPhone. He stepped up on stage with something in his pocket that nobody knew existed. And now everybody has one in some form or another, whether it's the iPhone or some other kind of smartphone. That's the way I feel right now with what Legal Shield is doing. Legal Shield is something that very few people know about because of the way the business is structured and they don't advertise. But it is something that is catching fire now because it is an absolute necessity to have more now during COVID than any other time. So today I'm going to talk about the part of Legal Shield that's going to be business related. And small business, as we know, is the lifeblood of this country, but small businesses have big business problems. They don't have big business solutions, which means money. So what Legal Shield has done, and they've been doing this since the 1970s, is contract one law firm per state and have that law firm take care of all the clients in that state. So that group buying power allows you to access a lawyer that is $400 or $500 an hour, but not pay by the hour. That disruptive marketing that is done by Netflix, which allows you to watch as many movies as you want all day long for one price, is that concept that Legal Shield uses for the legal service. That group buying power that lets us access a very expensive law firm for a few dollars a month. So in the business part, we have three different things that we can do for small businesses. One is called launch, where we're able to set up your LLC, get your corporation going. We're also able to protect existing businesses with legal plans. And if you have a home-based business, now that since COVID hit, one of the most sought after things is, how do I work from home for myself? As Lori was talking about earlier, and we discussed earlier, working from home, becoming your own, being your own boss, and working for yourself and taking all those great tax deductions that are allowed by law. So I'm gonna play a quick video for you so you can see what. Let me see. I got to do this. I'm getting so good at this, Phil. Yeah, sure. And it's a minute and a half, and I will share it for you guys. But first, I got to know if I'm sharing with share sound.
It is to handle legal issues on your own. And at hundreds of dollars an hour, hiring a law firm is oftentimes not an option. Legal Shield small business legal plans help you resolve business legal matters more efficiently and affordably. For a small monthly fee, you will have direct access to a dedicated provider law firm. Whether you have 2 employees or 200, or run your business from your home, we provide customizable coverage options to meet the unique needs of your business. You will receive legal advice and research on business legal matters, phone consultations, document and contract review, as well as collection letter assistance. We also provide options for IRS audit protection and interstate services for out-of-state matters. Legal Shield has small business plans available in 3 packages: Essentials, Plus, or Pro, as well as supplemental plan options. Plans start at just $49 a month. Receive the right level of legal assistance, tailored to the unique needs of your business so that you can focus on what you do best: running your business.
So that is what's available now through this concept of group sharing, basically an insurance product. So how much legal things do you need as a business owner? You're like, well, I don't call my lawyer every day. You don't, but maybe you should. Especially now during COVID, we have laws that are changing week to week, month to month. You need to be up on what exactly your business needs to do to not get fined. If you have employees and they're working remotely, where does your responsibility end as a business owner and their responsibilities start. I heard a story, somebody was suing their employer because they didn't have the same ergonomic seat that they have at work at home, so they weren't feeling as well, and they wanted the business owner to buy them the very expensive chair that they had at work. So things like that. um your what was I thinking? Yeah, the things that are going on every single day that you need to actually have taken care of, but taken care of by a lawyer or a law firm, but also on a timely basis. With the regular way of accessing a lawyer, you'll call your lawyer, but you're not usually not their most important client. So they don't have to get back to you within a certain number of hours as is dictated under the Legal Shield option. When you call the law firm, they need to get back to you within a business day, usually within a couple of hours. Since they're already paid for their service, they can pick up the phone and say, how can I help you, not how can I bill you? So this is what we're offering for small businesses, for people working at home, for people working remotely on their own. All of the things that are happening right now. I saw a headline. They said we are going to need a legal shield, not actually legal shield, but that's the way the headline came out. Business owners are going to need a legal shield going forward with all the litigation that's going to be happening during COVID and getting out of it. My information, as usual, 646-578-7097. Give me a call. I don't want to go through everything we do because every business is different, and I don't want to talk about more than what is actually needed. But think about it. $49 a month to get a law firm on the phone every single day, even if you're legally lonely and you just need to ask a legal question. $49 a month as opposed to $400 an hour. How good do you feel when you have a qualified legal consultation? Lawyers are when you see when you see it on TV, it's like counselors step up to the bench. Legal counsel, as far as I know, Google never passed the bar, and the law firm most people are using are Google, Bing, and Yahoo. So that's not the best use of your time, or as Lori would say, the best use of your money. The best idea, as we keep talking about on all these shows, is hire the experts. Get everything done by experts and get it done on time, and it won't cost you more to do it the right way. Guys, I'll open it up to you if you have any questions. I wanted to keep this real short, and all the information that people need will be available when they contact me, and also on my website, OscarCapel.com, OscarCapel.com. Philip, welcome back. And Lori.
I want to bring something up that I'm listening to you, Oscar, and I think it's really, really critical to just kind of remind people out there, we are in a super transition period of this country and our world, but our country, where corporate America is more and more people are becoming entrepreneurs, whether they're transitioning from corporate America to entrepreneurship, or whether they are doing something on the side. There are many, many, many more people out there becoming entrepreneurs of some kind. And a lot of that has to do with our technological age. You brought up Steve Jobs, right? He brought out that little iPhone, and as we know, these little small devices that everybody has in their hand, they're super powerful, and they create a lot more opportunity for people to do things. So what I want to say is that if you are an entrepreneur out there, I don't care if it's super small. If you're that guy or that gal making little bows and putting them online, it's really important in this day and age to protect your investment. And you protect your investment, one, by LLCs. Probably heard that. They're not necessary, but they're helpful. what I believe is kind of non-negotiable, right? I believe insurance is non-negotiable to protect your family, and I believe Legal Shield is non-negotiable to protect your business and your family. So I just really want to make, key in on that, because so many hundreds of thousands of people out there in this country today have taken on some type of entrepreneurship in their life. And they may think it inconsequential when it comes to the legal foundation of things, but it's not. Everything we do today, has a small print. And guess what? We still don't read the small print. And men don't read the instructions. So,
when all else fails, read the instructions. I know, hey.
When all else fails, read the instructions. So I just want to say that if you're not a small business owner out there, this should be non-negotiable. This is a part of running a business, is having protection in place to make sure that somebody can't come take it from you.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing too, Lori, because if you're a small business, most likely, and if you just started, it's you running it with your family, right? And your legal advice becomes, like he said, your legal advice becomes Google, Cousin Pookie, and, and your sister that did a little bit of law in college, right?
Pre-law, right?
Pre-law, law 101, business law 101. And so you build your business on this structure, and you don't know, like you said, the information changes almost on a daily basis, right? And it's not just federal law you have to worry about. You have to worry about state law. Sometimes you got to worry about city law, right?
Oh yeah, listen, I live in a village.
Exactly.
Hey, well, you guys want here's a great example. Here is a perfect example of how rapidly things can change. I do taxes, right? If any of you don't know this, on Friday, Biden signed a $1.9 trillion package into law, correct?
Yes.
In the middle of tax season, guys, that has an impact on taxes. In the middle. So on Friday morning, he signed that in law. On Friday afternoon, I went into my program and there were 179 more forms.
Good morning.
Okay. My point is this. You made a great point, Philip. It's ever changing. This organism we call life today is not, there's no static moment. It's a constantly evolving, changing organism, and protection on every level of your life needs to be non-negotiable.
Well, here's the reason it was negotiable before is I have a legal question. I know when I pick up the phone, the meter starts, this is going to be a $400 conversation. And I don't know if I'm going to like the answer, but it's going to be a $400 conversation. Do I call a lawyer for an hour, or do I keep the lights on in my business? That's what it comes down to.
Wow.
We're not saying replace your lawyer, because if you're a smart business person, you have three things in place. You have a banker, you have an accountant, and you have a lawyer. But are you using that lawyer as often as you need to, because you got to check your wallet before you check your rights? We're taking that off the table. For $49, a small business, one of our plans is $49. The top plan is $169 a month. So top plan, $169 is half or a third of what you would pay your lawyer for that one phone call. And that's
so let's qualify that, Oscar. Let's qualify that. Let's say this. Say you're a small business person. Say you're just Aunt Betty next door, And Aunt Betty decided to use all of her grandmother's old fabric and make cute little bows and put them online. Say one of those bows goes out to somebody, it has a pin in it. I'm making all this up, but it has a pin still in it when she hand sewed it, right? And that person takes it out of the package and it sticks them. Aunt Betty, who's now making $300 a month in extra money to keep her lights on, because she's making bows, is now sued. She's now open to litigation. Okay. Somebody out there right now is going $169 a month. Just like when we're talking to them about life insurance, they're going $50 a month. Or when they're, all of these different things. But let's go back to you, Oscar. Legal Shield, $49 a month. You might pay that for 3-4 years before you need that. Okay, you might pay $600 a year for 3 years. That's $1,800. But Aunt Betty gets one person, calls them up and say, I got stuck by a pin. And she is in a situation now where she can literally not just lose her little tiny $300 a month business so that she can, feed her cats. But she now loses everything she has. Her home. And you know why? Because Aunt Betty makes $300 a month on the side to feed her cats. Do you think she can afford a lawyer? No.
Not a $300 lawyer, but that's what she needs.
Any lawyer at that point. So here's the thing, guys. You spent $1,800, but now you're in a situation where to defend yourself and defend your business against some silly little thing like that could potentially cost you what? Hundreds of thousands, not thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you can't defend it, they win and take everything you have.
Right. One of the things I say is there are two costs involved. One is a fixed cost. You know what this is going to cost. The other cost you don't know until it happens. Now, I'm just talking about right now, picking up the phone, calling a law firm, right? But everything that we do for businesses, it also includes document reviews, your lease review, anything you're buying gets reviewed, collection letters,
contracts.
Our $49 plan lets you send out 5 collection letters a month, and that, unlike a collection letter from a collection agency that people just toss. You get a collection letter from a law firm with a big law firm on it and all the lawyers on the side, you kind of pay attention to it. And here's the biggest difference is a collection agency will take a part of whatever it is they collect. Legal Shield does not take any part of that because you've already paid for the service. It's just part of the service. And again, 3 plans that are available for businesses, a plan for home-based businesses to protect yourself as a real business is also available. So all of these things for a couple of dollars a day is, in my opinion, a fantastic investment.
I have Legal Shield.
Of course you do.
Of course I do.
You're a smart businessman.
Well, I like to have, it's just like I have to have, like your Allstate, you're with Allstate, I'm with the Legal Shield because I really want to be able to protect my business, protect my assets, right? And make sure that my family is protected. Because Legal Shield has several personal and business packages that just like insurance, it protects you in life and afterlife, right? When you passed on, you have your life insurance, in this life, you need legal representation. Because let's say you're driving on the highway and you have, you get pulled over, you have Legal Shield. If your business, let's say you have an employee and they're a disgruntled employee, and you just kind of like looked at them the wrong way, you're in court You've abused them, you know, they're emotionally scarred for life, and they believe that you should pay them millions of dollars for the rest of their life, right? You need legal representation. And to get one on the whim, if you have an attorney that you have not seen in 10 years, and then you have to call them up and go, hey, yeah, I'm almost getting sued right now. You know, that in itself, that phone call is going to cost you. That phone call is going to cost you. You call this 800 number, it's not going to cost you anything because you've already invested in that. You've already put the time in and the money into that. So I couldn't see any loss in that.
Yeah, it's like a toothache. As soon as you feel a little twinge, go to the doctor. They'll fill the hole. Everything's fine.
Mhm.
If you wait 3 or 6 months, you know that tooth is coming out. It affected we can take care of the big problems before they become big problems with a phone call while it's still a little problem.
And also, what I wanted to add to that, not to cut you off, Lori, but what I wanted to add to that too is the reason I mentioned contracts. Contracts can save you a ton of headaches, right? Because a contract can cover present and future incidents, to where you have somebody sign something and say, because, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. This is to cover us if you sign here, here, and here. You can have an attorney help you develop protective clauses, even in your business, to make sure that you don't get sued for those little, you know, nuances, you know.
Well, let's take that subject to another level. And here's something that there's people out there. I always say this. I love this because I know people out there thinking certain things, right? One of them is, well, contract. I can go to Staples and get a contract and fill it out. You can. And you can go to the law library and you can create your own contract. Here's the deal. Is it legal? Absolutely.
Totally.
However, every contract has loopholes. They all do. And it's all about the wording. One wrong word in one wrong place can just be your biggest nightmare. So when you have somebody like a lawyer at Legal Shield help you with that contract, review that contract, make sure that contract is accurate, make sure that it protects all of everything you need it to protect. It also is defended by them because they wrote it. Okay, so now not only if somebody is sneaking in through a loophole, which they all still have, even if that way, but now that person is also going to defend that because it's written by them. So you now have a lawyer backing that contract. So there's that. Let's also go, but let's take this to one level, a better level, because this is something I didn't think about when I was talking about, getting Legal Shield, is your teenage kids. There are right there. I don't remember what it was called. There's something in this Legal Shield you can get that will protect you if your teenage kid, your dependent in your home does something, car accident, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. We don't have any teenage. Nobody out here has got a teenage kid had a car accident, right? Guess what?
No, never.
Mine at 16 rear-ended an off-duty police officer on a stopped freeway and caused a 5-car accident.
Drives like his mom, obviously.
I stop in time.
Like I said, today we're talking specifically about business, mm-hmm. But if you're a business owner and you have a family, we will protect the family through a different, through the family plan, mm-hmm. which will protect the kids. And anything that you're doing that is not business related is covered by the Legal Shield family plan.
But Oscar,
they're all connected though, because
they're all connected. Yes.
If your family does something, if your teenage child does something and your business has assets, they can take that personal event and go after the business.
Yes.
So we're still talking about business protection here.
Mm-hmm. No, but yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, because let's say you have a pizzeria, right? I'm going to use a pizzeria because I like pizza. and as you can tell, you know, and you have, and most small business run through the family, you know.
Right.
Cousin Johnny comes and helps out every now and then, you know, my nephews and your, you know, so everybody kind of comes in and helps you kind of keep things going. You know, nephew is driving to make a pizza delivery. Nephew gets in an accident. Nephew gets injured. Okay. You have your nephew covered, you're covered, and whoever he hits, you know, you have the protection to say, well, I have an attorney that is going to negotiate on my behalf. You're not really just like freaking out because your insurance isn't enough. The person has whiplash, you know, and he was driving the company vehicle. All those different things can get really complicated. And if you're a small business, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, and Oscar, I'm sure this is a common thing that you share with people. You would be surprised how many legal conflicts can be resolved with a properly legally worded letter.
Absolutely. And you guys,
Which, that is invaluable when it comes to Legal Shield, because sometimes something that could be really catastrophic can be resolved with the simple communication that's done professionally.
Yes,
I'll go back to my problem with Toyota. You know, little Oscar against Toyota. You know, I was 2 years out of warranty and 30,000 miles, but the part they replaced was probably defective. So the first time they told me there's a door, don't let it hit you on the way out. And when they get a letter that I call my motivational letter from our law firm, Mr. Capel, we're sorry for the misunderstanding. So the power of a real law firm behind you is amazing. And that is what we make available to everyone.
You know, Oscar, before we get going, because you know this is some great information, but I want you to share, as we're talking about business, right? I want you to just take this next 5 minutes to share the business end of Legal Shield, because that's an opportunity that I'm sure even those out there that aren't working, you know, they want to do their own business and get their tax write-offs. We have our tax person right here on the line that can affirm that having your own business or home business is a great asset. So tell us a little bit about the business end of Legal Shield.
The business end is fantastic. For $99, which would it cost to become an associate, not only are you able to market the products, but the whole infrastructure on learning everything you need to learn, it's all online. We go step by step, everything you need to do. If you want to market to individuals, it's fine. If you want to market business to business, we have courses that you have to train for and get certified for to do business, because we want to write a quality package, and to make sure that everyone's happy on both sides. They're very, this is like I said, they don't advertise. So everything we do is word of mouth, and it is through networking. And the only way that you can get, you know, this business going and get it right is to be sponsored by someone. And like any other insurance company, you're sponsored into the business. You're shown how to do everything you need to do. And it sound like the hair club for men commercial. I was a client first. And when I lost my job, I found out that this was the best thing for me to do, because I knew the value of the product. We had purchased this home using our lawyer here. We sold a home that we had in a trust that was out in Florida. I did not have to fly to Florida to do the close. I made a phone call to our law firm here. They contacted me with a law firm down in Florida. All the paperwork was done. They emailed it to me. We printed it, faxed it over to them, done. And that is an amazing thing. The more you look into what this can do for people on a business side, as well as on protection side, It's incredible. And Lori and I are in the same business, empowering people to take charge of their lives, because we're not taught in school how to become an entrepreneur. We're taught, don't fail, don't get a D. If you fail, you're the worst thing possible. The entrepreneur says, I'm going to fail my way to success. I'm going to try it. Something's going to go wrong. I'm going to learn from that and go forward. But we're not taught that. We're taught, don't fail. So the woman that was Courtney Epps said that if people became their own, they started working at home, the government would lose $500 billion taxes. So that's incredible. But one more thing I want to add, and I forgot to say it, one of the most beautiful things in our line of sponsorship is we work with Operation Underground Railroad, and they exist to rescue children from sex trafficking and sexual exploitation. So every new customer, we donate money to Operation Underground Railroad, on top of what I donate personally, and it's an incredible organization. So you're helping your family, you're helping, rescue children, no downside.
So I want to just say something. Oscar is talking about, and we've talked a lot today about entrepreneurship. I think it's really critically important to state the obvious these days. And the word entrepreneur is much bigger than just being a business owner, right? I was taught growing up that we don't put all our eggs in one basket, right? So if you are listening to what Oscar is saying about Legal Shield and about getting involved in Legal Shield, does this mean this is all you do? No. There are so many things out there that either complement themselves, that are intentionally congruent together, that, intentional congruence is one thing feeding another, right? And maybe you're in corporate America today and you're looking for the door. So staying in corporate America long enough to feed these other opportunities. So I just want, Legal Shield as a product and Legal Shield as a business is not, it's creating an entrepreneurial spirit, which means that you can do multiple things and you might fall into something. For instance, me, I do financial planning, I do retirement planning, I do taxes, I do corporate tax credits, I do life insurance, and I utilize all of those different streams to be intentionally congruent. And my goal is to pull Oscar into that and be able to be a powerhouse partnership where we can take an individual entrepreneur. We're talking entrepreneurs today, right? Businesses. And be able to say, all your services are right here, Oscar and I, we got you. Or the other members, we have other members here that also have benefits to offer you to be able to protect your entire life, personally and business wise, by being able to have, one contact with a strategic partnership behind them that can help you to do what you need to do. So that's the empowering part. And I love our conversations, Oscar, because there's so much potential out there, and in what Philip has done here to bring us all together, to be able to just really get behind these people who are looking to do something bigger in their lives and give them a platform and a place where they can go get everything that they need.
Yes.
I think a good slogan would be, when you win,
we win.
We win.
So, Oscar, I have one last thing, because I want you to have the last word, and then we're going to talk about what's coming up tomorrow. But so at OscarCapel.com, because that's what the folks are looking at. What do they see when they go to the website, and how do they reach you?
That is my homepage. So that'll bring up all the videos on all the different parts of Legal Shield, ID Shield, individuals, families, businesses, all the supplements that can be added on, home business supplement, rideshare supplement. New York just got brought into the fold of the rest of the country. So again, understand that Legal Shield itself is a corporation from Ada, Michigan, and contracts individual law firms, one law firm per state, to take care of that specific state. So every state has different laws.
That's
So
awesome.
now they've been able to finally bring New York into the fold, and we have the supplements that the rest of the country has, which is the driver supplement, the home business supplement, gun owner supplement, a lot of things that are available now in New York that weren't available before.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Lori, listen, you have been an asset on this program as well. Thank you for staying.
And outside this program, because I'm
yes,
working with
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we love having her on the team. We have a great team here at Phoenix National Business Group. And if you haven't reached out to them yet, then you're missing out, because we only have the best. All right. And at least in my eyes, y'all are amazing. And so we would encourage you to reach out to Oscar for the legal services as well. So tomorrow we have Via Monroe. She's coming up at 11 a.m. and she's going to be talking about also, she's going to be interviewing someone who has eliminated $80,000 in debt. Yeah, $80,000 in debt. So you want to catch that interview, because I'm sure some of you have more than that, and I'm sure some of you have less than that. But you want to get that information in, okay? Because that's vital. Then after that, we have Focus on You with Phil and Oscar Capel, and of course that is going to be our interview with Dwayne Reed. Yeah, Dwayne Reed is going to be on with us. He's our credit repair guy. Now, if you are so in the hole that your credit score is 200, then you really need to watch that program to see how you can get your credit score up, and also kind of work your way into making more money. All right. So Dwayne Reed is going to be on at 12. And then at 1 o'clock, we have whom? Mikhail, and that's our life insurance guy, and he's going to be talking about generational riches or something like that, generational money, something like that. And so that's going to talk to you about life insurance and how you can use life insurance to improve the life of your family and your friends. And so that's going to be it for tomorrow. And we'll tell you what's coming up again. We're going to be back again on Thursday. So you stay tuned to this channel, wherever you're watching us on. That's where we will be. And we will see you then. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.